Okay. 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 What about my phone? We're live. Oh. Big if true. Colossal if true. Oh, Sumner got first. That is how you know we're back. How you doing? Is that better or worse? Also, I need to make sure this monitor doesn't turn off. I'm remembering how to stream again. They say that some things you never forget. But that's cap because I forget everything. Okay. Is it too dark? Is my webcam too dark? I can't decide. Let me just put this on my main stream where I actually have good coloring and... Yeah, it's too dark, ain't it? Okay, give me a second. Let me fix that. What did I change to make it worse? I broke something. What did I break? I pressed this. Yeah, it's an improvement. Ooh, look, that's a lot of me. The forgarter. I am shocked my captions actually got that one right. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Make me happy when skies are gray. Is this what you're here for? Are you here for me singing You Are My Sunshine? Hello, Jim Bro. Okay. Watch this. Watch this absolute brilliancy. Watch me play the best game of chess since Carlsen Jan game 6. Watch. Went from 1500 to 1720 in a little over a week. Congratulations, man. That's huge. Congratulations. I'm sad I missed it. It's huge indeed. I won like 10 rapid games in a row. I bet. I went from 900 to 700 in like 2 years. Well, you weren't practicing. Like, you weren't actively putting in an effort. That's not a burn. That's just, like, I mean, the reality of the situation. It's an observation. Yeah, but saying it's not a burn, it's an observation makes it sound more like a burn. Right. I'm doing quite well, Rexpor. Can you coach me in Sicilian Dragon King's Indian? Well, my King's Indian is much worse than my Dragon, so I could try and help in the King's Indian, but it's going to not be as good. Based Sumner. Man, I'm his manager. Let's talk price here. Wait, since when are you my manager? When did that happen? Also, Rexpor. Skinty Fia has been upgraded. It's now an 88. I still don't like Bloomsday, but it's the only song I don't like it now. I like every other song on it. Also, I had a few other albums like Louis, Clancy, which I didn't care for as much, but Skin TV in 88, I can see that's where it currently stands for me. We'll see, you know. It's all very dynamic. Clancy's pretty up there. No, it isn't. It's a 76. It's a 76. What do you mean 76 is not up there? I accidentally lost my email, so I have to create a new account. No worries. My God. That big takes that can be taken out so out of context. Well, I mean, yeah. 76 is pretty much mid. It's like mid good, right? Because you have mid and then you have mid good. The idea being that 76 is like mid, but it's still something you'd want to consume. Versus like 5, which is a mid, and so you just don't care enough to actually do anything about it. So it might as well be trash. You know? It's a good score because I like the album, but it's not up there. That's what I mean, Rexport. Exactly. My man gets it. No. No, I didn't say trash. Okay, let me pull up my album of the year again. You guys clearly... Rexport is getting what I'm saying, but no one else is. Okay, look. Listen here. So, let me explain. Allow me to explain briefly. Aren't you losing the night? We'll find out. On this episode. I'm not losing the night, I'm just losing a pawn. Because, see, I can do this. And I get out alive. But I do have to give a pawn. Which is quite bad. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure I would go that far. Because, see, here's another thing. Fives also could be albums that have 1 or 2 songs that I'd want to listen to. Right? But I just, as an album, I wouldn't go back to it. You can be a 5 and have 1 or 2 songs that I think are fantastic. But it will only be 1 or 2 songs. Like, how do I give a good example of this? Okay, so let me give a bad example. I have Worlds by Porter Robinson as a... I'm just losing. I have Worlds by Porter Robinson as a 47. The reason I have it as a 47 is because... I'm very losing. Gosh, how did I get myself in this situation? Is because there are like 2 songs I like and otherwise I hate the album. Hey, Norwegian. We're talking about rating music and just rating stuff in general, but specifically music. I knew I should have gone it this way. Yeah, I'm not a huge jazz guy either. As in how we rate music? Yeah, from a scoring perspective. Okay. I'm about to lose this chess game, but it's fine. It's my first chess game back. I'm allowed to lose. Okay. So. Look. Listen. So I have them organized by highest rated. I only have like, how many albums is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have, what is that? 36 albums? No, 30 albums. I only have like 30 albums rated. So it's still a very incomplete list. Yeah, 30. So I only have 30 albums rated. So it's still absolutely a work in progress. But Ants is just fantastic. I mean, I feel like that we've established this. I'm absolutely losing. D4? Well, it doesn't matter. There's nothing to do. Huh. Have you guys played Kingdom Hearts? Nah. It seems a little bloated, and that's something I don't love in games. Okay, so, game over. Now let's talk about music. So, listen. I have 30 albums rated. And I have 5 that are 90s. 90s are albums that I just keep coming back to, and every time I do, I come back and I listen to the full album. If any of these albums, if I start them, I'm listening through the whole thing. Because I just love them. Even though, like, most of these have a song I don't like. I don't love Bread Song. Right? I don't love Suspended. I can't think of a song off Mad Villainy off the top of my head, but I know there's a song I don't like. I get the names confused. I don't love Cut My Lip, right? It might be. Right? So, I do have songs I don't like from all of these. And for this one, I don't care for Ghost Hardware. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Oh, I bet. right? But I'm listening through these entire albums because I love them as experiences, right? Then you have the 80s, which I don't actually have that many 80s currently. I have Skinty Fia, which is similar to the rest of these, but the one song I don't like, I really don't like. Like, Bread Song, Suspended, and Cut My Lip. I don't like them, but I can put up with them. Yeah. I can see it. It's like when people use Cyrillic letters or Greek letters to say stuff. It looks stupid. Anyway. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. So, and when you get to 80s, it's like, okay, similar to 90s, but the difference is the one song I don't like, I actually don't like. Or the things that make me not like the album are actually things that make me not like the album. Like, Justice's Cross gets a little repetitive. It's a little one note. Now, the one note is fantastic, but it's a little one note. Can you help me reach 200,000 ELO somehow? I mean, I can try. I've hit 2,200, so, I mean, I know how to get there. Skinty Fia, I really don't like Bloomsday. I love every other song. I really do. Everything else is growing on me. Bloomsday, I still don't like. The more I think about it, the more I can't think of a reason for Lahai to not be a 10. Exactly, Reed. Exactly. The album's fantastic. Kindly, my assumption is that all of this is really one note. That's fair. I can see that. Especially with something like Untrue. I could see how Untrue could feel very one note for somebody. The kind of difference is that the one note for Untrue is such a profound note that it doesn't bother me. Right? I would say Lahai isn't one note. 21 Pilots I would also probably say is one note. Trench. Mad Villainy, Untrue, and Answer From Up There. I could see you saying those are one note. Do it, Jimbo. Untrue only hits for me at 2 a.m. I could see it. No, again, that's absolutely a personal pick. It's not, I'm just saying, like, it's got a very consistent style throughout the entire thing. I could see how that would be a little grating for people. Now, obviously, my guy, I have it at 94, okay? I have it as my 4th favorite album of all time. Clearly, I don't think it's bad. Anyway, so, but Justice's one note is, like, it kind of can get boring. I'm never bored by Untrue because it's like, so unique to me that even though it stays pretty the same throughout its entire thing, I still am consistently engaged. I'll get there. So that's your 80s, right? And like Maruya, Kano as well. I love some of the songs in here. Like one of the songs isn't amazing, and it's an EP. I can't give it anything more than an 80. I really can't. I love it though, so good. And like Louis, just like 2-3 of the songs break the flow for me, but otherwise, fantastic. Right? And then you get to the 70s. And most albums I listen to are in the 70s. Like, okay, let's do the math here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 albums in 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums in 80s. Yeah, I completely agree with that, Rexport. The EPs, the bar is higher because it's less risky. It's like having a single, you know? Your average range should be 50? No, because I listen to mostly good music. I don't seek out mid music. So I listen to more good albums than I do mid albums because I don't listen to an album if I think it's going to be mid, unless someone tells me to. Like I haven't recommended. Like I haven't listened to any Taylor Swift albums. I'm probably going to at some point, but my point is I like. When you hear notes and boring for a musical theory example doesn't mean bad though. Absolutely. Beginning of second movement, Beethoven 7 is a great example. The score is just simple boring chords. Listen to it, it's amazing. Right. No, I agree with that. Again, that's why Untrue is a 100, which I love Untrue. Or Black Country. I mean, Black Country New Road is musically complex. It's instrumentally. It's not even instrumentally one note. Black Country New Road. Again, Untrue is the one that would match that for me. And I guess I could see how Touring Pilots. I don't really see that being one note though. I mean, it has a very consistent aesthetic, but I don't find it one note. Anyway, but rational minds may differ. Okay. So then 90s is when you get into the albums that I have bigger problems with, right? There's just something that's just keeping me from coming back to it. So a lot of these, I will listen to the whole thing, but begrudgingly. Or I'll just pick out the songs I like and playlist those, you know? Like Blood Rushing Like Current Through a Power Line, this album would be higher, but its production is just not very good. It has not aged well. It's the guy's second album, and it sounds like a second album, you know? It just really, It has 2 really good songs though. We're getting there. Unrequited Love, it just gets a little in its own head. The M Machine, so I have 10 90s there because honestly all the albums I put in I loved a lot. No, that makes completely sense. I might have more 90s if I remember more albums that I like. You have to remember, part of the reason I made this list is because I forget what albums I like. So like, I didn't put in a lot of these until recently. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So, but I forget the albums I like too. So I would probably have more 90s once I put more albums on here. Anyway. So then you have the M Machine, which Metropolis Part 2. I love this EP, but 1, it's an EP. The bar is higher. And 2, there's one song that I just don't like. Can you explain to me what that is, Norwegian? Because I'm stupid. I don't know, Tink. I'm mostly scouring my old list of what I listen to, but I gotta listen to so much stuff. Same. Where's I'll Find My Peggy going here? I completely forgot to put it on here, and I haven't listened to that album forever, so I'm gonna have to re-listen to it before I put it on the list. Danger Doom is like simpler, and so it has some problems, but 95. There's no way it's a 95. I don't like Peggy as much as you do. This is a game soundtrack that I think works amazingly insane. Then Clancy just has some songs that don't hit. Yeah, no, really likes Peggy, which I get it. Peggy does some really cool stuff. I like some songs from that album, but Danger Doom, low-key bad album, not gonna lie. I disagree. I just really like Danger Mouse production, right? I think that's part of the problem. So I know it's like a low-effort project from both of their parts, but that makes it like campy in a fun way to me, you know? I could see why someone else wouldn't feel the same way. I get it, but I enjoy it. I just have a fun time whenever I listen to Mouse and the Mask. I did not like that album nearly as much as Offline, Rexpor. I couldn't even get through it. Offline is way better. Trust me, Rexpor. I'm not saying you're gonna like Offline, but it's way better. It's one of the most basic ones, but it is because science has shown it's most effective. That makes sense. It's calmer. It's calmer. It's more reflective. And I just think it's more interesting. But you know, we're still at a grand total 1 rap album I like. Oh, what was that again? Miseducation of Lauryn Hill or something? I don't think it's that fun though. I really just don't. I think it gets kind of bland. I don't know. I don't get it. Ah, right. Gotcha. Forgot. Okay. Then I have like In Color, which I think really drags towards the later half. Born Like This, which is way too experimental for its own good. Still make it off on the list too. Didn't Mean to Haunt You also drags towards the second half. Metal Gear Rising, which is kind of a meme thing. The production gets bad at some of the songs. While 1 is less than 2 is inconsistent, and while it's like the best Deadmau5 album, that's not saying much because Deadmau5 has no good albums. I can respect it. Really? I think this would be a good exercise for you then, Norwegian. Bass gone. No, but I wouldn't put it on the aux. I'm talking for personal listening. This is not for putting on the aux. You can't put Untrue on the aux and not have people think you're a psychopath. Okay? Or even like Mad Villainy. Mad Villainy has sticking cartoon samples, 2 minutes of cartoon samples at the end of all the songs. Okay? You can't. This is not for skits bloating out unnecessarily. I agree to some extent. I think it depends on the skit. I think for Mad Villainy it works, but I think for most it doesn't. Lives in my aux. Yeah, but you have to have other people who listen to Mad Villainy. You can't just put it on. Food is greater than Mad Villainy. That's a hot take. I can understand it. Food is way vibier. I have Food is 87 and Mad Villainy is 94. So I think Mad Villainy is better, but I could see it. I respect that take. Exactly. Exactly, Rexport. Yes, the queues should be open, unless I forgot something. Try it out. You don't think it's a good exercise? I think it's a fantastic exercise. Especially since you hate it so much, because that shows a weakness, in my opinion. Okay, so evidently the queue does not work. Give me a second. Maybe I forgot to open it. I am liable to do that. Okay, now try. Right. Then you have Cloudy Sky. There must be something here. I like it almost as much as Blood Rushing. And it's way better production. I think it's probably objectively better album. I just love the way that Blood Rushing, like Heard Through the Power Line, flows. It's such a complete package. Blurry Face is very flawed, but there are some good ideas in there, and I like how raw it is. Also, Nostalgia Goggles. Maybe it's a bot thing and won't let him send the same message twice? I'm not sure. Message. And then I have What Do You Want, which I just don't like as much as his other albums. Lupe Fiasco's The Cool, right here, 72. 72, Ree. It does not. It should work. And plus, hasn't it been retconned? Wasn't it retconned that it was about the dream? In the official lyrics, it no longer spells Charlie as Charlie. Listen to Bush Hall Live? Not Bush Hall? I'm not saying I have Queen Elizabeth. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I didn't know if it was retcon or not. Either way. Still, bass song. Anyway, then, like, Viagra Boys, Cave World, because some of the songs I just aggressively don't like. KX5 is a bit bland. Worlds and Nurture have really, I've soured on them a lot. I used to like them way more than I do now. Why am I listening to this song so bad? Gotta go 5 minutes again? Okay, yeah, when you come back, then I'll analyze your game. Deal? I need to re-listen to Offline though, low-key. Let me take a shower, be back, do it. Because you are right, that is an album that would go somewhere on the list. I'm not sure where it would go. Because I don't remember what my feelings are about it as in a whole album. It's been too long since I've listened to it. I yoinked some of the songs from my playlist, so I obviously didn't hate it, but... The problem is, if I don't love an album, I forget about it almost immediately after listening to it. And so I have a ton of albums I've listened to, but I have no idea how I would rate them because I don't remember them at all. I have like an obscene number of albums in that category because I've listened to a lot of albums. Why do you think I'm doing this whole project of writing down movies that I like and writing down songs and albums that I like? It's because if I don't, I'll forget about them. Like, what's an example? Even an album I liked. Burial's debut album. I listened to that. I don't remember how much I liked it. Didn't like as much of them, I'm sure, obviously. Relax, Ree. It's not that big a deal. What's another example? There's a lot of albums. Disintegration. I listened to the entirety of Disintegration. I don't remember it. What's another example? Danger Mouse's Grey album, I don't remember. I listened to the entire thing. And I like that album too. What's another? Again, it's just so many. It happens over and over again. Ah, fair enough. Disintegration is what you get when someone who doesn't know calculus tries to do an integral problem. Yeah, instead of finding the solution, they found the cure. I'm sorry, that's not nearly as funny as I felt like it was. Dot Wave by Flux Pavilion, I don't remember. Like, I remember that I listened to them, but I don't remember how I feel about them. Demon Days and Plastic Beach by Gorillaz. I don't remember. I listened through both of those. It's a problem. I forget them. That's literally why I'm doing this list. The reason I am doing this list of music and the reason I started with movies is because I forget how I feel about things. And if I write it down on one of these lists, then I remember it and I can remember more of my thoughts about it. Like, now that I've written down Louis as an 80, I can explain to you why it's an 80. I remember, right? Or Lupe Fiasco's The Cool, or Food, right? Now that I write it down, I remember, and it's great, and I can explain exactly why I feel that way about it. Until then, I just forget. I have a vague vibe, but I don't have anything else. It's a problem. It's a problem. I need to start doing it with games as well, because a lot of games that I play, I end up forgetting what I feel about them. Yuck. This doesn't look half bad. Am I stupid? No, I think I would get what you were saying, Ree. I don't think I'm in any real danger here. This is a very bizarre way of playing for white. I'm not sure I understand it. I mean, it's fine, I guess. And I guess he does have a slightly better pawn structure for the endgame. Okay, I guess it makes sense. You know what? Sure, I get it. Slightly better endgame pawn structure. More active pieces, and a safer king, and trying to say that I'm going to suffer for the rest of my life. Fair enough, you know? What's the point of e8? King e8 to unpin my king? Maybe king c8 was better. This is annoying. Do I just have to give him the pawn? I really don't want to. I think I just have to give him the pawn. Well, just because I don't like it doesn't mean you shouldn't recommend it. I feel like I made it clear before that the bar for me is I want to have an opinion on it. You know? Especially if it's something worth having an opinion on. It can be worth listening to without me liking it. No, the Cool wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I'm not in love with it, but like, it was serviceable. I mean, you didn't think I was going to like Lahai Re, which L, but I mean, When have I said that? When you first showed it to me. When you first showed me Lahai, you said, I don't think it's your style, but... And then you showed me Lahai. Ugh. Piece of junk. I'll do describe my phone. I'm not only into hardcore still dubstep. Just because my favorite album is a genre, and it might be my favorite genre, doesn't mean it's the only genre I like or listen to. I like to think I'm not that narrow-minded. Maybe it's delusion, but... Now I know. From an EP I reviewed, actually, and it was this and one more song I like. Okay, so it's like almost a single. Isn't 2 songs still a single? Oh yeah, no, I'm not making fun of you. Actually, I'm just saying. I'm allowed to have an opinion that's unexpected. Two singles together, a couple. I can't tell if you're memeing or if that's actually what that's called. Oh, I'm stupid. That's checkmate. Allegation speed run any percent. Oh gosh, I love reality. It's a little whiny for me. You never know. You listen to Cake? No. What? He is so whiny, I relate. It's a lot. It's a lot. I can't believe you're so mean to me. You're so, well, it's so rude, honestly. What did I ever do to deserve this? I also got new glasses. Oh, so finally you actually have both sides of your glasses. Huge. Huge if true. Oh no, wait, I confused the 2 messages. So Reese gained... I didn't know you wore glasses, Rexplore. That's new Rexplore lore. New Rex lore. That's what I'm calling it. It's called Rex lore now. I would apologize, but no. New Rex lore. Yeah, see? It's Rex lore. I thought it would appreciate that. Yeah. It's a little whiny for me. Was... Listen to Cake now, you happy? Yes, good. I mean, sheesh. Okay, I have the lyrics up too. It's a Lupe song. You need the lyrics up. Hmm. Eh. I'm not in love. Eh. Eh. Where does this night go? I think this way. It's a little boring, Rex. I ain't gonna lie to you. Huh. With the board? I forgot. Hey, it's been a while, okay? Did my guy just say a prop hunt bar in a real song? That's bold. I'll give him that one. It's very boring when it comes to rap. I am boring. I don't think it's boring. This goes here, and then this goes here. Okay, so far so good. I can't decide if I love my position or hate my position. I think I like my position. It's weird. I'm playing knights versus bishops, but I think this is a position where the knights could succeed. Plus, this is very much a long-term weakness. that I intended to exploit. Okay. Sure. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. This knight is actually currently doing nothing. If I could rotate it to G3, I'd be much happier. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm back. Maybe we could play rapid sim individual game analysis. Still trying to decide. Your pick, man. I have to choose the frames because I went to buy them alone and getting help from an employee there and trying to figure out if they fit me and not just to upsell me is painful. Yeah. It's very annoying. How stupid is it to take with pawn here? Very stupid. There's no discoveries that I can see that do anything, so I'm not too worried about this. Although I want to get my queen off the square as soon as possible. Probably to either E3 or D3 or C3 or B3. I don't actually know. I actually got glasses when I was 5. Rex lore. Hello, King. I had glasses for a very brief period when I was like 7, because one of my eyes was like underdeveloped or something, and so I was like 20/20 on one side and 20/30 on the other, and it was not for that long of a period of time, but I hated it. Well, I haven't been here in a long time, so it's not just you, King. I've been pretty good, a little tired, just a lot of things happening. Good things, but that's stupid. Sorry to hear that, Ree. I never got made fun of for my glasses, thankfully, but this knight on G3 is actually doing a very good job defensively. It's pulling triple duty. Now, if I can get my queen on E3, play F3. Ooh, really? So I like this for me. If for nothing else, then because I like the fact that he's stuck with an isolated pawn at the end. I think it's more of a weakness than anything else. I think I have pretty decent control over the square in front of it. Why are you playing with a flip board? Because someone made me flip the board because they were mean and rude. Playing Monolith some more? Best of luck, I suppose. Man, I picked up the newest indie darling pretentious game, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, and I played through it. I just finished it like a day and a half ago, and I have mixed feelings. The only problem, my glasses, they're made in France. No. Oh. Well, you can't win them all. Sometimes things are just made in France, you know? Why did that sound like something a supervillain would say? Oh yes, I have an interesting game for you. You know? What does an interesting game mean that like my family is gonna die if I don't analyze it correctly or something? Yes? Okay, cool. If I just want to know, you know, I just want it to be clear. It's all about consent, right? There's nothing wrong with a good death game now and again if everyone involved wants to be a part of it. Dinner time. Ooh, what you getting? What you eating? Look, a shirt. Okay. What are you talking about? I'm just trying to be sensible. You're only making fun of me because I'm right. This is actually kind of annoying. Do you think you have holes in your current opening repertoire? Yes. Next question. Actually, I should say no. I don't think I have holes in my current opening repertoire. I know I have holes in my current opening repertoire. My repertoire is a work in progress. Why did I do that? I'm so stupid. I was doing fine. And I just gave it up in exchange because, I don't know. Why did I give up in exchange again? That's not true. The Catalan, you can have a lot of holes because it is very possible to have specific lines that you are not as good at dealing with. That's my point. There's a ton of lines against the Catalan. Like an obscene number of lines against the Catalan. Sure. I'll shake. I am playing the clock right now. Very good. Watch him play something dumb like this to try to bait me to take the pawn. I knew it, man. I knew that's what he was gonna do. How did I know? How did I know? Well, because someone redeemed the challenge point redemption for me to flip the board. Is this guy going to lose on time? I might actually win this game. Hold on a second. Let me lock in. Is that the lock-in face? What's the lock-in face? Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Perfect. Very good. No, you cannot. Appreciate the question, but no, you cannot use that. Skill to flag? Clearly skill. That was all skill, fellas. 100% skill. I have not seen the story. If it's true, that's hilarious. Not in Rook v Rook. He asked for it, okay? Depends on how you define hole. Never going to know all your lines as well as you want. I'd say holes where you're clearly worse if the opponent knows the correct response. There are lines in the Catalan that are like that. There are also some holes in my black repertoire. My black repertoire is kind of weak because I haven't put as much time into studying the Dutch as I should. Because school had gotten me down. Why is Whitey still on the... Okay, so clearly the queue's a little broken. No, you're not fourth. Because look, it says there are 2 people in line and it lists 4 people. So just my bot is having a bit of a fun time. It's pitching a fit because I've left for so long, and so it's trying to strike. Based Rexbook. You know what's even more based? I deleted my Twitter account. I no longer have a Twitter. Now I just need to find a way to get rid of Instagram. The problem is it's tied to Facebook. And so I need to get rid of Facebook. And getting rid of Facebook will be really difficult since the entire chess community of this entire country is built on Facebook. Community notes are not consistent enough to be helpful. I've unironically become a Twitter troll now. Based. I no longer have Instagram installed on my phone, but I don't even like having a Meta account. I don't want one. I really don't. I can't not have one because of chess. It's bad people know that it doesn't count. You're hurting yourself as much as you're hurting them. It's poison for the soul. Okay, Jimbro, show us the goods. How am I hurting myself to sit there giggling? Because it's toxic. Long term. That's a philosophical perspective, I suppose. That is the least fun line of all time. I need to actually get my prep in order against that line. I have prep, but I just don't know it well enough to actually punish people. And which stinks because that line is so annoying and I don't like it at all. See, that's what I mean. There's a good number of lines in the Catalan where I don't know my stuff. And that's asking for trouble. The Catalan's not an opening where you can get away with that. We played that line twice? Yeah? What's your point? I've played it outside of playing with you. I did delete Instagram for like 6 months, which was great, but then a couple people got mad, so I just have it now, but I check it once a month. That's the next best thing. There's 2 lines of DX, C5 line that both just dissolve into an equal endgame. I'll find something. I'll find some lines, don't worry. Okay, sure. I am guessing you are black here. Because black is the Finnish one. Okay. Stupid question, what happens if I push? What happens if I just push? D6? I'd rather play white here. No, if you play d6, I'm playing h3. I'm not letting you play bishop g4. I'm considering just deleting everything again because it was so much easier existing without being there. It's not worth it. The people who matter aren't going to stop being friends with you because of it. Bishop d7, bishop b5. Well, now I get c4, and then you have to go back to d7. It looks uncomfortable for black. Maybe I'm wrong. I just have better space, better development. I'm always happier the less I'm on social media. It's why I'm trying to get rid of Facebook, but it's hard. That one's the hard one. Okay, but he took, so it didn't matter. Try to create imbalances. It doesn't feel like you create an imbalance here. It feels like you create an advantage for your opponent. I don't necessarily agree with this. Yeah, Facebook's the only hard one. Everything else is easy. I guess Discord is also hard. I'm working on that one. That's my current next project, is getting rid of Discord. I found an open source alternative that I'm going to be moving to. Deleting TikTok is very wise. I'm telling you, you got to do it. Knight g4 is spicy. See, now this is an imbalance. That's it. I'm enjoying that one. That's a nice move. I like that a lot. I see why you wanted to show us this game. That's very pretty. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't brilliant. I suppose the idea is because it's not that crazy. I mean, it's pretty, but... I like it. Or he just resigns. That's pretty funny. He's just like, yeah, no, I'm done. Because the best move is to sack the queen. Okay, I like that. I like that. That's nice. Show me the money. Again, I want to get rid of Discord as well. And when I say get rid of Discord, for that one specifically, I mean mobile. I want to keep it on the desktop because it is important for some things. However, I don't need it on my phone. The problem is that there are a number of people who I communicate with either exclusively or almost exclusively on Discord that I want to be able to communicate with on the go. Reddit I'm off of. I have a Reddit account. The last time I looked at Reddit and like, other than just, you know, Googling something with Reddit at the end to get a better result, it's probably like 2 months ago, a month ago. It's been a while. I don't use Reddit that much because Reddit I don't find as addictive as the other platforms. Okay. So, King's Indian. It started with a modern, right? Which then transposed to King's Indian because White played c4. White doesn't have to play c4, and this continues it being a modern. Again, I'm of the opinion at this point that the fewer social medias you have, the healthier human being you will be. YouTube's the hard one for me. I'm working on it, but it's not easy. Castles, h3, knight c6, okay. a3, e5, d5, knight e7. So far, very normal. I see why this is the annoyance, though. I see the point here. The point here is that White's gone for a different plan, and so it's not quite the same, but okay. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Knight d7. In general, if it's possible, knight h5 is preferred. Now, if knight h5 is impossible, obviously you play knight d7, or even knight e8 in a lot of positions. Again, the problem with knight d7 is you're blocking in your own bishop. You really don't want to block in this bishop. It's so important for this to sack on h3. It is a standard plan. I'm just saying in this position, it's a little different because white's played a3, h3, and has delayed developing his pieces. And so something like g4 is possible, where it normally isn't. But that's beside the point. It's not that huge of a difference. It's just interesting. I only see knight e7 or knight d8. Knight e8 is probably better than knight d7 here. Because again, the reason you don't want to play knight d7, I'll do the cost-benefit analysis. YouTube I do want to get off of, or want to have more controlled intake. I don't want to scroll YouTube. I want to have things that I watch and then nothing else. The argument in favor of knight d7 is more flexible squares, including the c5 square, which in a lot of positions is very, very good. The argument in favor of knight e8 is that you aren't blocking in your light square bishop, which is one of the more important pieces. It's funny. It's kind of, if you're first playing the King's Indian, this piece looks stupid, but the more you play the King's Indian, the more you realize this is such an important piece because it so often sacrifices itself on the h3. So important. Right? And so the bishop being blocked in is very annoying because of how often you do the sacrifice or threaten it, right? It's one of those things where just the threat of sacrificing the bishop can be as important as the actual bishop sack. Knight h5 is almost the best of both worlds. These are fantastic squares to be covering, and you aren't blocking in your bishop. Additionally, having the ability to like bring the knight this way if possible, it's just h5 is pretty clearly the best square for the knight to go to. The issue with h5 is after g4, it's often a pawn sacrifice because you go knight f4 and you sack, and this pawn falls. So you have to decide whether or not you can afford to do this. Base direct sport. Now in this position, evidently it's good, but because you are sacking a pawn here. So knight h5 is a pawn sacrifice, but if you can get away with it, it's the best. The problem is that you usually can't get away with it. But white's delayed their moves enough in this position with all these passive moves that you can get away with knight h5 now. And in that case, knight h5 is fantastic. It's such an active piece on this square. It's such a good piece. But what? And then if he doesn't play g4, you play f5. Knight on the rim is dim. I know, but this is the King's Indian. You are playing an opening where you have to ignore half of the normal chess principles, and the trick is knowing which half to ignore. Just notice your sure is pizza plant. That's cool. Thank you. I love old school Pixar. But I hate that I have to clarify that I mean old Pixar, because new Pixar isn't as good. Again, the King's Indian is all about knowing what principles to ignore. In this case, either of these knight moves, in my opinion, is preferable to knight g7. Blocking this bishop is just so annoying. And this is not a line where you're ever going to go knight b5. Knight c5, sorry. If you're going knight c5, if that is a thought, then yes, knight d7 makes sense, because then you're threatening knight c5. Which there's these lines where you go like a5, knight c5, and then you play f4, and you like do some weird pressure against the center that way instead of going for the kingside attack. Super interesting stuff. But this isn't one of those times. Yeah. But this isn't one of those lines. You're going to go f5. He can't stop you. Yeah. No, knight f5, knight c5, a5 lines are super interesting. I love them. I think they're really fun. But I don't think this is one of these positions. I don't think this is one of those positions. Rook f7, bishop f8, rook g7. Oh yeah, those are fun. Yeah, again, no, all that makes sense, and all of it's correct. It's just knowing which time, what time you're looking for, what position is correct, what plan is correct. And I don't think knight d7 is the correct plan here, because this isn't the correct plan, because there's no knight on d3, the pawn's already on a3 prepared to go b4. I just don't think it's right. I don't agree with it here. Yep, because they don't want you deleting your account. Why would you ever delete your account? So I would say knight e8 or knight h5. Honestly, I'm not sure which one I would play. If it were in the game, I probably would have played knight e8. I don't know if I would have gone knight h5, but knight h5 is always a one to consider, and in this case, evidently is the best. It's hard to tell, though. It's very tricky. Either way, I don't agree with knight d7, but okay. I feel like I made my point clear in that one. This is hardly a terrible move. I just, you know, slight improvements, right? Based Rexport. Anyway, castles, f5. Easy peasy. E takes, G takes. Absolutely. Knight h2. Rook f6. Okay, give me a second. Why are we going rook f6? Are you trying to go rook f6, rook g6? But is that correct? I'd rather go king h8, rook g8. The rook on g6 just feels so vulnerable to like some bishop nonsense. I don't know. I don't trust it. And the knight wants to go to g6. I don't trust it. You've never seen king h8, rook g8? It's not the most common idea. Like, this is more common, but it's always an idea, right? Because, I mean, it's in the spirit of the position. You want the rook on the g file. How are you going to do it? You have this as an option. You have this as an option. And you have this as an option. Based gong. Anyway. Right, and so in this position, rook f7 feels a little slow. It's probably not bad, but it feels a little slow. Because white's pieces can get over here pretty quick. Rook g6, rook f6, rook g6 feels bad because you're blocking your knight's most natural developmental square, and the rook feels very weak to some bishop tempi later on. And so it makes me want to play king h8, rook g8. Especially since the h-pawn is here and not on g6 pushing this way, which is sometimes a thing. Again, this seems more correct to me. Again, I am not a King's Indian player, so you must take what I'm saying with a suspicious amount of salt. At one point I did play it, but I wasn't very good at it, so I stopped. Because I didn't enjoy it that much. I still bring it up from time to time. I have it as a backup weapon if I think someone's super prepped for my Sicilians, but that's very rare. Interesting. h8. Okay, so rook f6. Again, it's the correct... again. And so, so far what I'm seeing here... Studies private. So far what I'm seeing here is you have the correct... You are playing a correct idea, just not the correct idea. Which, to be fair, you will have a lot of success with that. Because you're not playing bad ideas. You're not playing bad moves. You are playing good ideas that are just not quite correct. Yeah, the ideas are correct. The exact way of going about them, not perfect. So, none of this is bad, and clearly you get kind of the direction you should be thinking. It's just the nuances of it a little wrong, because you're blocking in your own pieces. You block the bishop this way, you block the knight this way, and it's just a little uncomfortable. Okay, queen d2. That's so slow. Yeah. Also look at Grandmaster games. Watch like old Hikaru games. Hikaru was a monster at the King's Indian. Anyway, f4. I actually really like f4. I know the computer says it's worse than knight c5. I'm not sure I agree. I really do like f4 quite a lot. Knight c5 is good too, but f4. I like f4 a lot. Knight c5 might be better, but... Because the nice thing about knight c5 is this is sometimes a threat, this is already a threat, and you can play f4 next move. Yeah, he used to play it in classical as well, that's the thing. And he was really quite good at it. Knight c5 is also very good, because you're just threatening to win an exchange right here on the spot. And you can still play f4 next move, and now with it you have an open bishop. It's a slight improvement. I can see what the computer wants, but it's really not that big a difference. Yeah, you spent a few minutes. And again, f4 is far from a bad move. I like it quite a lot. Knight c5 is just slightly an improvement because it comes with tempo anyway, so you're not really losing any time. Yeah. Knight c5, knight b3. Yeah, well, he's not going to let you play knight b3, right? But after he doesn't let you play knight b3, now you play f4. And the idea is you haven't wasted a tempo and you just have a better fleet. You have two better pieces. Your bishop's better and your knight's better. So, and how else does he stop it? And if he doesn't stop it, you're up in exchange and you celebrate, right? How else do you stop this? Like rook a e1 or something? And knight b3 is still good in this position because then you could jump into d4. So he can't let you in, right? Because then if you get knight b3, even if you don't win in exchange, you get knight d4. I guess knight d4 instantly is not that very good. Oh no, the bishop's just hanging. Oh wait, this is actually a huge problem. Oh yeah, this is a huge problem. Yeah, okay, so knight c5. He stops knight b3, but I can still go f4. Yeah. And now it's even better. What do you play against the modern? I typically just play rational developing moves and just play principled chess. And that's actually given me a lot of success. I don't have any dedicated theory. I just play regular chess. Because typically, that's fine against the modern. You do not need theory against the modern. Knight c3, knight f3, d4, e4. Yeah. Just very principled. Okay, you want to play an opening that is potentially dubious? Let me test you. That's how I beat an international master. Now, he played like a weird Pierce thing, but still. I also got a better maybe winning position against a 2200. But again, just rational, principled stuff. I don't overcomplicate. At some point, I'll get theory for it. But, you know. A6? Don't know what you mean. Anyway, so knight c5 is better. The more I look at it, the more I understand the point. Knight c5 is better. However, f4 is still very good. Okay, next move. Knight e4. Okay. Knight c5. Better late than never. Yeah, but still, you play chess. It's not... Again, I could be flexible. I could play more calm. Bishop f6 is better? Why is bishop f6 better? Let's say he takes with bishop. What happens? Knight takes, rook takes. And I guess you just have this attack because his pieces are kind of bad and he's got a lot of weaknesses. Okay. So it's just going for the attack versus knight c5. Ooh, I don't like this at all. Okay. Knight c5, I was ready to defend. I am not ready to defend d takes. No, I'm done. No. This I can't get behind. Knight c5? Okay. We talk. I don't like this move at all. Take the bishop. Where does this knight go? The bishop's a much more important piece than the knight. Goes back to e4, you go to g6. Yeah, no, you take bishop. And then bishop f5. And yeah, no, yeah. Bishop takes h3. Bishop takes h3 is always a threat. It's there. He won't let you play it, or he shouldn't let you play it. But it's there. It's lurking. I didn't even calculate that line? Yeah. No, you did not. No, yeah. I really, yeah, no. Because even if we're just thinking about this hypothetically, right? Okay, which piece is a better defender in this position? This bishop is tying down your knight and keeping your queen and knight both in a really uncomfortable spot. Additionally, it's blocking the path of your rook. And it's protecting any potential pushes. Versus the knight, which even if we go in this line, we take the bishop, knight comes back, we go back. Obviously, I think goes without saying that this is very, very This is not nearly as good because he's just going to drop the e6 pawn. There's no way he can defend this long term. I don't believe it. Like, come on, man. Again, taking bishop just looks significantly better to me because at this point you're destroying your own pawn structure, and you do have a very strong dark square bishop. I get it, but like, feels very opposed to the spirit of the position. Okay, now that's terrible. That's just bad. Woo. That's a definitely a move you got there. That is a chess move. That is a move in our fine game of chess. Delicious. Yeah, that's a problem. Ooh, this looks very bad. Bishop h6. Why bishop h6? Okay, what's the point of bishop h6? Threatening f3, I suppose? Then I play bishop f3. Huh. He's off to playing Master Games? No. Bishop h6 is a good idea, not in this position. That's what I'm arguing against. Bishop h3 in this position. The computer's saying e4, which if you can get away with it, looks fantastic. Something like takes can't work, right? Oh, wait. The queen's just trapped. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's real pretty. That's so pretty. Look at that. That's a trapped queen. Wow. Okay, that's hard to see. That's not easy to find. I don't blame you. Wow. It's fully trapped. Interesting take, Saitos. Fascinating. What do you mean by that? Elaborate. There's such a 5 minutes running behind women. Yes, naturally. Of course. No. Of course not. No, yes, naturally. This is actually really pretty. Either way, I don't... Queen g5, and what does he do? Yep. It's just being a responsible member of society. No, but what does he do here? Unironically, like, seriously. What is White's next move? Bishop f3? Okay, bishop f3, bishop f5. I'm threatening e4 now. How do you prevent e4? g3? Oh, that's ugly. Can I play e4 anyway? What's the threat? Nothing. Your threat is nothing. You've got no threat. Bishop h3 is better. I'm ignoring that. This is beautiful. Yeah, what can you say? Sometimes people be irrational. Yeah, this is very bad. This is in fact the opposite of good. The only way to commit vehicular manslaughter is accidentally. You cannot intentionally commit vehicular manslaughter. In that case, it'll be vehicular murder. The point of manslaughter is that it's an accident. Well, not just accident. I suppose it also could be an act of passion, which is like the same general thing. The same difference. Same difference. It's either an accident or, like, Your Honor, he deserved it. Your Honor, you would have done the same thing. Oh gosh. Fire on the train tracks and then run toward the back off in Germany. The car. See, that's why I don't get Instagram Reels. I don't understand. Why do people enjoy seeing people like get hit by cars or car accidents or whatever? I find it deeply disturbing. But chat, my client is a little silly. Gets a little silly. He's got goofy, some might say. He's just a silly little guy. He's just funny. He's just that guy. He's just that kind of fella, you know? He's just the kind of guy to do that. That's just it. It shouldn't even count. Your Honor, my client's a goofy little goblin. Okay. Anyway. Bishop h6. Still not a terrible move. I have 3. e4. Kill him. Me being goofy and asking the judge to let me call the jury chat. That would be based. I would be there for this. I would be totally... Your Honor, may I please call the jury chat? Your Honor, can one of the jurors be Twitch chat poll? You see, they're impartial because it's a lot of them. That's what we need. We need one of the jurors in every courtroom to just be Twitch chat. We need, like, you know, an iPad on a stick, like on a stand. That's just Twitch chat. And for every decision, it's a poll. And that's just one of the jurors. I think that would improve the legal system in most countries. I think it would give more fair results, more balanced results, because we all know gamers are the most oppressed minority in modern society, and so having, you know, people on their side in every courtroom would really, I think, make things more balanced. Don't look up achievements. That's your mistake. Your Honor, it'll be so pog. Your Honor, I'll gift you 10 subs if you let my client go. 10 subs. Think about that. Whoa, this got goofy. Okay, explain to me how you're getting out of this. Oh, that's how. Wow. That's crazy. I will cheer 5,000 bits, Your Honor. Your Honor. Your Honor. What are you, why are you yapping? You wasn't even there. Thought I was safe at g5? I suppose you were, but I just take your rook. And the funny part is, while you might be safe, you also have no threats. You are not threatening anything, which is so stupid. You are threatening nothing. Hello, Vluppy. Bishop takes, king takes. Next move. Can't play king h5. So king f5, king f1, next move. You have no threats. You are out of checks. Queen h3, king e2, next move. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, I set my render distance to max and I'm still unable to see who asked. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, I installed the New Horizons mod that lets you set your render distance to above 500 chunks. And I let it cook for 8 hours to be able to see that far, and I still can't see who asked. I pee my pants? Okay, yeah, there you go. And that's a statement. At that point, he should just resign. There's no way he can come back from that. The pee-pee and the Pampers is too strong of a strategy. It has never failed. I was too tired to calculate. Based. Well, I mean, he was generous enough to make calculating irrelevant anyway, so it's fine. I'll be such a based lawyer. I am deeply concerned about all of your future clients, but also I want full recordings of everything that happens. King h4. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty high. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna pretend that it was nothing. That was pretty sick. I love king moves that are like that. We don't even have a jury here. Not with that attitude, we don't. Any group of people can be a jury if you're desperate enough. Oh, you're playing 10 minutes now? I was just randomly playing a 10-minute game because there's no one else in queue. And you know, it's like the surfing in CS:GO, you know, where you put it on while you're talking about something else and instantly your content gets better. It's like magic. W Modern? Well, now you get to see exactly what I meant when I said I just play rational chess. L Pirtz. Oh my gosh, that's it. It went from W to L in record time. You will die to modern. Nice. Whenever I play CS:GO Surf, I just start doing a Leafy is here impression. You got it, man. You know, I'm gonna let him play b5. I want to see what happens. I'm curious. I'm legit curious. I want to see what he does. Play the same thing basically. One interesting idea in the modernist position is playing a6, b5, bishop b7, also c5. Yeah. I'm vaguely familiar with that. Isn't that like Tiger's modern? I believe like c6 was called like the Hungarian periods or something. In some positions. I don't know what positions exactly. Because he wants to play c5 here. I mean, obviously, it's not possible right now, but yeah, it seems like that's his idea. b5, I guess. I agree, certainly. Just trying to decide what my plan is. I don't know too much about the different lines in the Modern because I just don't play it. It's not my opening. I've never really cared for it. Yeah, I mean, if only I knew what my plan was in every chess game I ever played, I'd have a title by now. Plan finding is one of the harder parts. And so I'm kind of just developing my pieces. A kind of good intermediary while you're waiting to come up with a real plan is just think, okay, what's my worst piece? And how do I make it my best piece? Right? So how do I make my worst piece into my best piece? And just do that over and over again. How did you calculate here? A little bit. I've got a feeling. I've got a vibe. I got a feeling ooh, ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. This is either stupid or genius. There's no in between. There might have been bishop f3 or 7 knight h4. No, there was not. Bishop takes f3. I take on f6. Maybe you could take here. It's nah. What's the material count after all said and done? Equal, but I have the bishop pair. I like my position. The desperados are weird. I think I'm better there, but it was something to be attempted. Ooh, that's an interesting move. Is my bishop trapped? Maybe. Local bands be like, big things coming soon. It's allegations. Hey, in their defense, those are big. In their defense, those are big. Hey, those miners won't groom themselves. That's a certain type of grind set I want no part of. I'm playing absolutely terrible chess right now, man. Like, this is atrocious. Oh, hold on a second. Timeout. Can we get an elaboration on that one too? Can we get a bit of an explanation on that one? Please. Local band member comments? No, stop it. What do you mean local? Local to who? Whoa. This is dumb and I'm definitely losing. 9 of 7, I'm going for it. Hello, Moss. Why didn't they sack the Rook? Because they're weak. And they want to hold on to their material. I'm a woke liberal. I'm a liberal. What? Is that a real lyric? I refuse to believe that's a real lyric. That's gotta be a joke. Also, why didn't I just blunder mate? What am I doing with my life? Why am I stupid? Why am I stupid? Okay, wait. I need another game for redemption. Common modern W? What do you mean? No, Rexport, stop right now. Did you just hang mate in one? No. Next question. The classy just one more game. Shh. Let me cope. It's my stream. I'm allowed to cope if I want to. It's my stream and I'll cope if I want to. Cope if I want to. Cope if I want to. You would cope too if it happened to you. Only the highest quality content. Only the highest quality, best content on these ones. Skibbity Toilet to the tune of Eleanor Rigby still wins. Yeah. Somebody needs to do a full version of that. Did you come up with that? Did you read it somewhere? Yeah, okay, it's honestly it's on TikTok. Or is it on TikTok? I don't know. Ah, it's a tweet. The 11-year-olds are invading your stream? No, it's just irony poisoned teenagers. It's difficult to tell difference sometimes. The problem is I have the wrong song playing. I need a song with the correct energy for right now. You know, I need something that just, you know, That's what I need. Eleanor Risby? No, you should not make Eleanor Risby. And you should, like, get canceled for even saying the words Eleanor Risby. 3D Country Geese? Oh, I feel like you've shown me this one before. You know, sadly, I just passed the 2000 level, but 2000 is such a sweet spot. You get, like, non-serious, still good chess players. I mean, random nonsense still occurs, but you play seems some quality moves. Whereas at 2100, 2200, all just nerds makes me sad. True. Need to get back into the nerddom. I can't decide if this move is stupid or not. Is this noise coming from your stream? No, I just heard gunshots. Yeah, no, that would not be me. I'm not that American. Maybe it's just a song you're playing? Oh, it might be the song. What song am I playing? Yeah, this song's kind of loud. Kind of sound like distant gunshots. Yeah, no, it's not. It's the song, most likely. I'm 81 years old. I somehow doubt that. Bro's been held back for 65 years. Well, you know, school's hard. I like to spread misinformation on the internet. We all do. It's the best pastime. Did bro just dox his age? I don't know, man. They made a 1-year-olds be wildin'. Hello, Callum. Welcome back to my humble abode. I'm actually a -1. That reminds me, Godzilla -1 came to Netflix, and I really need to watch it, man. Everyone says it's fantastic. How's it going? Pretty well. I'm a bit tired. Been real busy, like insanely busy. What a wholesome older gentleman. I would enjoy the entire Godzilla world was presented as an SCP. Send tweet. Send tweet. Why would you do that when you could just gamble your winnings away more? 1 billion on red. Let's go. Yeah, no, but I'm definitely better here. The only question is if I'm winning. I think this is a smart move. Currently preparing for a tournament. Oh ho ho. A snooker tournament? Oh. My guy is multi-talented. I'm not talented. My guy is not talented. That tweet would go off. I concur. I'm not saying I lost all 5, but I kind of did. Why did you have to tell us that? Guys, yesterday I set an example for 5 extra minutes, like a reboot, because I didn't realize I could leave. Well, you know. Like a slightly confused bobsledder. You win some, you lose some, right? It's one of my worst ones. That one should not make a comeback. That one was terrible. I don't know. I feel like I win some and I cope a lot. Maybe that's just me. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, no, that one was bad. That was. I take responsibility for my actions. I regret everything. For real, again, they're all just nerds. I'm trying to have fun. I mean, you should have won at least 2 of those games. For some reason, I just wanted no reason. Losable. Arrogance took over. Or something, I don't know. Well, again, if you're playing people at your skill level, it's always going to be... There's always going to be some sort of fight, like a competition. You know, it's not going to be easy peasy breezy. Yeah, definitely. If I had to describe you in one term, Rexport, that term would be red-pilled. Absolutely, I'm sure. You strike me as a very red-pilled individual. What about you? What about you? No, because my hero Andrew Tate does. Oh, that one hits too close to home. I know some Andrew Tate guys. It hurts. I know Tate's not good at chess. Do people think that Tate is good at chess? I mean, his dad's good at chess. Isn't that the thing? Yeah, why you gotta be like that, God? It's so disrespectful. Not all of us are 2100s. Why would his dad being an IM have anything to do with his chess abilities? I'm serious, like, I don't get it. I'm all for clowning Andrew Tate. Don't get me wrong. But, like... Why? What's the point? If I had a chess master for a dad, I've been playing it my whole life, I'd be higher than 1600. Not if you don't really want to play chess and don't really care for the game. I can't believe I'm defending Andrew Tate. This is ridiculous. Hello, Foger. Has been a while, hasn't it? Oh, we're chilling. Discussing Andrew Tate's lack of chess ability. Because we try to stay on topic here. Real or trolling? Who's real or trolling? Liking Andrew Tate is a kind of a red flag? No. Liking Andrew Tate is a kind of a red pill. Okay, that's another one of my worst. Okay. It's... I really... My heart bleeds for all the Andrew Tate fans. It really does. Well, he didn't say how he got them gone. He didn't specify that part. He just said he got them. Okay? The how isn't relevant. It's not... They're just technically slaves. See? See, who cares? Basically fine. It's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with this. I see nothing wrong with anything in this situation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fine video. It's a little slow paced, but a little boring. It could use more actual work. Okay, let's see if I can find the way to win. Queen XA2 is bad for sure. Now it's Puzzle Rush. Yeah. Okay. That makes my life easier. Queen F7 check was just mate? Probably, but this is also funny. Next question. See, redemption game, guys. You're totally good. You could run into him in pool and then clown him for losing to me. Because, I mean, no one should really lose a game of chess to me. I am what we in the business call Pepega. Are we going to get real dragon theory from our Polish friend, Mr. Ah, yes, Polish. That's a bad move. Losing you is embarrassing for sure. That's what I'm saying. Already another game? So sad. Interesting. Man's got some serious dark squared problems. This looks like a game I play as white. Don't disrespect yourself like that. Homo? Is that really what we're doing here, Rexplorer? Homo? It's a compliment to myself? I don't think it is. My queen's not trapped if I take that, right? Don't think it is. That's a paraphrase of the tweet the band made based. You've seen me play? I have. Don't insult yourself like that. I'm going to join a 30-man bullet arena in order to lose rating. Should I eat Bong Cloud? Of course you should Bong Cloud. It's a bullet. Next question. Do I just take and go into an endgame up a pawn? Don't really have any other options, do I? B5 is my plan. I Bong Cloud 1701. You're pretty proud of that? You should be. There's nothing like hitting someone with the Bong Cloud. Nothing else quite feels the same. I meant to play this first. PP poo. True. Factual. Real. I Bong Clouded at 2400 and lost. See, that might not be impressive, but it is based. This made me laugh. That's more of a statement as to how far the expectation of humor for this generation has come. Also, my guy is struggling. He is riding the struggle bus, as we like to say. I played GM and lost. I've lost against a GM a few times. I beat an IM in Rapid recently, though. That was a high point. Ah, that's fair. In what context are you saying that you're not sure about B5? Certainly. Sneako's having a character arc since when? Poor guy. I feel bad for my opponent here. Up. What else is my opponent supposed to do in this game? This is why playing principal chess is important, because he played a weak opening and then just got rolled over. Think he is very Muslim now? Wasn't that like always a thing? Or like a thing for a while recently? Yeah, this is just a not amazing way of playing. Can we have a game? Absolutely. I forgot. Come on, guys. Why are we kicking the guy while he's down? I don't understand. Yeah. He seems like the scammy type of red pillar too. Not even like the type that actually unironically believes what they're saying. Maybe I'm wrong, but he seems kind of insincere. I don't know much about him because I've only seen him as part of other people's things, but the stuff he spouts is like insane. like crazy. Well, I don't know about the first part, but he does seem like a Nazi. Can I say that on Twitch? Twitch doesn't have restrictions for that sort of thing, right? I know on YouTube they get upset if you say Nazi. You know, at one point, I was planning on restreaming to Kick. I might still do it at some point, but man, at this point, it is kind of a scary platform more than anything else. Because getting restream work is actually pretty nice. What gun? Also, if I had a nickel for every time a political streamer admitted... What? Yeah. I'm not sure. I think it takes a certain kind of person to be willing to discuss politics online. Because it requires, like, it's very difficult in the sense that you have to be violently disagreeing with a lot of people a lot of the time. And especially the successful ones usually end up trying to paint the opposition as evil. And so you have to be willing to try and paint a lot of people as evil a lot of the time. The best political YouTuber? I don't know. I'm not sure I agree with him. I don't know. Maybe, but maybe. But I'd say it almost makes it worse because it makes it easier for him to appeal to more moderate viewers, which is almost more dangerous. Not almost, it is more dangerous. I really don't care for his song or his content. I mean, I guess I don't know him well enough as an individual to say I don't care for him. So it's not quite fair, but... Yes, you can. Exclam join to join the queue. I don't think I agree with that, Foger. I think that having open discussion about controversial issues is important. I do. Political content creators in general are not interested in facilitating open discussion. They are interested in painting somebody as evil and themselves as not in order to rage bait and push a narrative. Well, the idea, Saitos, is that it will be doing it without parents' permission. The idea is that That's bait, Saitos. He's posting the little cheese in the box. That means it's bait. Again, the idea is that you shouldn't be sending anything physiologically altering or psychoactive to children without involving either parents or legal authorities. Oh, that didn't help. That doesn't help at all. Goodness gracious. I'm not aware of the whole Kefos thing and who did what because I just haven't kept up with it, but... Of course, naturally. Naturally. Nothing to see here, fellas. So what is this move? What am I doing? You got me distracted. I'm blaming you, officially. Well, you have to come up with some excuse. What are you gonna do? Admit to your mistakes? Cringe. Ooh. You know what? It was it? Was it? Ooh, was it? That's hard. I find it hard to... It does matter. Losing a whole piece actually matters. Fun fact. I would say it was same level. I could get behind saying it's same level, but worse is hard. The Colleen Ballinger apology was really... Because the thing was, it wasn't just a bad apology for being a terrible person. It was also an annoying song. Right? That's like a whole nother level of crime. You know what I mean? Oh, Gloin. So it's like, okay, yeah. Manipulate and abuse children and, like, take advantage of your platform, but at least don't make a terrible song about it, right? Come on. I feel like we can agree that that was going too far. You gotta draw a line somewhere, guys. Song of the summer. It's the song of something, alright. Exactly, Rexpor. Finally, someone who understands my perspective. There's clearly like a tiering system to bad. And posting cringe is like probably the worst. Probably the worst thing on that tier list. That's a good emoji. And the more I think about that emoji, the more I use that emoji, the more I love that emoji. It's just a fantastic emoji. They don't make them like they used to. I have actually no idea when that emoji's from. It could be very new. Right, right. Naturally. So I should be losing here, but I want to see exactly how. Because it doesn't look that easy to me. You want to draw? But I don't want to draw. I'm going to go to bed. My knee hurts again. Instead of trying to fix it, I'll go to sleep and it'll fix it itself. Genius. Have a good one. You too. Yeah, I probably should go at some point somewhat soon too, but I got a little time. How do you even release something like Toxic Gossip Train? Like, you would think there would be people around you in your life, even if they were also terrible people, who would look at you and say, what the heck are you doing? You know? I mean, clearly there aren't, but you would think. Give me a second. I think here. It's hard because I feel like I only have bad moves. I'm going to keep trying. So all it takes is one silly mistake, and then everything changes. You know what I mean? And that's how this game went. I was completely winning. But then Chiribu Chiriba, I blundered a piece. Just completely gave up a piece. You know? Okay, so my intention was this. That's stupid. I meant to go... What was my plan? I think my plan was Bishop G8 first, but I completely forgot that I had a plan. Don't you love it when you do that? You just like, oh, I have a plan, and then you forget the plan. And so then, like, well, technically you had a plan, you no longer have a plan. See, this is why I shouldn't take a break from streaming. I take a break from streaming. When I come back, I am what we in the business like to call washed. Okay, wait a second. We're cooking. We shouldn't be cooking, but we're cooking. Which thing do we take? This. Ah, that was stupid. That was very dumb. That was uniquely dumb. What am I doing in my life, guys? Should have taken with Rook. My plan was already to take with Rook. Why didn't I take with Rook? I had a plan. Take with Rook and everything's different, man. I mean, it still would have been bad, but... What am I doing? I'm actually curious how bad it was if I took with Rook. Probably still force mate, right? Yeah, because Queen F8, King H7, and then Rook X. Rook X E1. And now you have Bishop E4. Right. GG's. It was Queen E3. I used so much time. Yeah, there was a universe there where at the end I flagged because I played well enough that it got hard enough for you. But I mean, you were completely winning beforehand, so. Just this, and I'm completely winning. Got out the time. Well, I mean, you still won. No harm, no foul, I suppose. Think I played decently? Yeah. The opening could have used some work, I think, but after that it was good. Like B5 here, B4 here, sorry, it just gave me a pawn. Like, in this position, you're completely losing. Just because of piece quality. This bishop's not amazing, but, like, I have these pieces lined up so well. And this is a protected passer that will forever make your position miserable. And in your defense, hey, one mistake and that was it, right? And that's how it ought to be. Why did you try for the draw here? I didn't play for the draw because I'm a psychopath, but like you gave me a draw in a position where I'm clearly losing. Oh, typical. Gotham 4 out of 5. In what? I know he's doing something, but I don't know what it is he is doing. Wait, it's not the Bullet Championships, is it? How's the chess been? Pretty bad, but the vibes have been good, so we're chilling. Madrid Swiss? Okay, I was about to say. Also, I thought he retired from, like, chess tournaments. Stupid question, but... Good for him, though, honestly. Good vibes is awesome. Well, we try. Good for him. I mean, he's always been very strong as an international master. And the psychological aspect has been one of the parts holding him back. Good for him. Well, I mean, at some point, also thank you, Samantha Capablanca, for the follow. Anyway, at some point you gotta realize that elo isn't your playing strength. It's an imperfect representation of your playing strength. It's a shadow of your playing strength. Only ever a shadow. Just because your shadow shrinks doesn't mean you've gotten shorter. Maybe the sun's just set, you know? I wanted to draw so I didn't mess up in the end game when I was low on time. Yeah, but why would you do that when you're completely winning? That's why I tell myself to sleep at night. Yeah. Yeah. Good for Gotham, man. You love to see it. Again, I thought he retired. I didn't think he would be doing this stuff again. So one way of winning this is you need to bring in another piece. So like this, to me, makes sense. Bring in the bishop. Probably, yeah. You know, Plato's whole shadow on the wall concept. You chase the shadows. Not going to end up with anything real. Anyway. What time is it? 15 minutes still? Okay, I got time for one more game. And I want to call it because I've got stuff to do tomorrow, unfortunately. I've been really busy, man. And I know I've been missing a ton of streams because of it, but I'm working on it. I've been more busy than I thought I was going to be, you know? Yeah, never resign. Never, ever, ever resign. Better to try to fool your opponent into thinking you're winning when you're losing than it is to resign. I flanked a guy in a rook v rook after blundering 3 pawns. Okay, it's just today. Now, karma's going to kill me, and so I'm probably going to get like stabbed tomorrow or something, but like dived. I don't know. But we could survive bad karma. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I think I'll play one more rated game, then we'll call it. That was cool. I'll give you that. That was pretty neat. I appreciate that. Recognize real, you know? Come on, show me the theory. That is not the theory. Well, he tried. At least I spent my time. Oh no, yeah. And you won because of it. I mean, come on. You can't exactly complain about the results. No, not bad at all. Trying to get Roblox working on Linux is horrible. Why would you do that? Like, why? Why would you want to support or be involved with Chinese child manipulating spyware? It's like trying to get League of Legends working on Linux. Like, okay, why are we using Linux? Someone's playing my phone? That didn't answer my question. I believe you have missed the point, my good sir. Thank you for the game. Absolutely. You're very welcome. I enjoyed it. Really made me think there. Well, yeah, no, gotta make it difficult. Gotta keep it interesting. What am I gonna do? Just resign after a blunder piece? Nah, that ain't it. That ain't me. That ain't me. That was my first Catalan played in one. See, that's the difficult part. You can't really play the Catalan against the Dutch because it ends up just becoming a Dutch, you know? The Dutch basically forces everything you play to become a Dutch. For better or for worse. I don't like Roblox. I've never played it, so I don't, it's not as a game I don't like it. I don't have any feeling about it one way or another as a game. I'm talking about as a business model. I'm an economics student, you know, the part that I know. Or can you not? I mean, no, you play G3 Bishop G2. That is the correct way of playing against the Dutch, especially the Leningrad Dutch, which is the one I played. So the idea is still correct. My point is, it just doesn't share much DNA with the Catalan itself. No. The system's correct. It's just like, what's a good metaphor here? It's like saying my first King's Indian game is the one where my opponent never played C4. Okay, yes, you played all the same moves as a King's Indian, but your opponent never playing C4 makes it not really a King's Indian. You know what I mean? Yes, Jimbo? Again, you still played correctly. It was still the right way of going about it, and it still led to a good position. Played only ball and clap. How'd it go? Came 19th. Boom. That's a W. We take those. 32 points. We absolutely take those. I might be being a bit pedantic, but my point was just that the Dutch itself is like warps the game into being a Dutch. It's like playing C5 against the English. It's not quite a Sicilian. Legit a blunder. I'm just dumb. You've seen how I've been playing even in the rated games. I regularly just blunder a piece. Again, I'm washed. I haven't played online chess in a while. I've been playing some over the board at some tournaments. I've been doing okay-ish, but like, I need to get back into the swing of things, you know? Higher accuracy of the bond class is funny. It is very funny. This is true. I'll get back into it eventually. It's just, I really try to avoid pity blundering because I feel like the other person always knows when it happens, and so it ends up being no fun for anybody. Like, come on, if I'm playing someone stronger than me and they pity blunder, it's like, okay, I get the worst of both worlds. I feel terrible because I'm bad, and I also don't get to play against someone better than me, you know? That's a philosophical thing. Jeremy Silman wrote an article about it, RIP, where he was like the two schools of thought about playing simuls. You know, like world champions playing simuls against schmucks. The two schools of thought are, one, you give your opponent a chance, right? You play like one or two positionally dubious moves and see if they find a way to punish you for it. And then school two is make them feel like they were run over by a squad of wild elephants. Right? That was the main thrust of the article. I am closer to the wild elephant school than I am the Ooh, I missed that. "17 games, 11 wins, 1 draw, 5 losses." With the Bong Cloud? Yeah. Yeah, no, I told you, I'm playing pretty poorly today. I'm rusty. Well, yeah, but again, the G2 Bishop's very strong in the Dutch. Specifically the Leningrad. It's good in other Dutches too, but against the Leningrad, it's the main line if memory serves. What are we doing? Okay, where's the knight going? I'm not sure I understand my opponent's strategy here. Hello, Ginger. People did not use it to exploit it. My guy, Roblox said people use it to exploit it. It's actually because they just don't want people using Linux. I have yet to see any substantiation for the claim that hackers all use Linux. Conspiracy posting? Well, I'm saying that them blaming Linux for all of their hacker issues is conspiracy posting. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Do it, Callum. Well, what else does blocking wine accomplish other than blocking Linux? What other purpose does blocking wine have? Like, legit. I mean, they probably just don't want to deal with it because it's common knowledge that Linux users... No, but how would wine help you cheat? That's the thing. It doesn't make sense. Wine helping you cheat doesn't, like, what... Wine doesn't do that. It's a translation platform for GPU calls. Like, wine isn't a cheat utility. No, but I'm sure what the actual reason was is because a Linux is a pain for, like, bug reporting. Because if I recall correctly, it's like, usually Linux ends up being 3% or so of a company's user base, but ends up submitting like 80% of the bug reports, right? Linux is absolutely horrible in that regard, and it's like notoriously bad about it. And so a lot of devs just really don't want to deal with Linux, which again, fair enough, but saying that it's just because all Linux people cheat is, in my opinion, disingenuous. Plus, again, Roblox is owned by the Chinese government. So, like... And that's not conspiracy posting. That's not conspiracy posting. Give me a second. No, he resigned. Nice. You should put tinfoil hat on. Give me a second. Oh, come on. I'm not... This isn't that. Don't compare me to thinking conspiracy theories calling the Jews the people who rule the world. Okay? I'm really... I am... This isn't that. Give me a second. I found this information before. Where was it? Was it Vanguard Group? There's a whole thing. Give me a second. Let me see if I can. Communism was a Jewish Zionist regime. That is absolutely a statement. Okay, where was it that I found this? Maybe it was before the IPO, and so now they're no longer majority owned by Chinese investors. It was a thing before. Yeah, maybe my information's out of date. Or maybe I'm confusing it with Discord. I might be confusing it with Discord. It was either Discord or Roblox that was owned a lot by Chinese investment companies. Okay, here we go. Maybe it was Discord. Was it 10 cents? Discord is funded by Tencent. Okay, so it was Discord. I'm confusing him. My bad. Again, why are you trying to do... I don't like Roblox. It's my business model at all. Again, my bad. I was confusing with Discord. Yeah, communism has been pretty bad every time it's been tried. So what was it I found about Roblox I didn't like? Maybe it was just that I hated the company and I think they're disgusting. Maybe that's just what it was. Yeah, I guess Roblox was just a bad company and Discord was the one that had a majority share ownership by Tencent. A child labor? It was probably a child labor. And the monetization scheme. I didn't like that either. It's like Minecraft, but evil. Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot. Minecraft is evil. Dang it, didn't used to be. I also really, really don't like Minecraft's Bedrock Edition, so it's not a Roblox exclusive. There's a lot of things I don't like. I'm a hater. I'm a certified hater. What happened to Minecraft? Microsoft bought it out, baby. Let's go. I don't know what they expected. I guess they didn't care. Well, I'm gonna be optimistic and say that they were a bit naive about it, because that's most likely the case, honestly. Occam's razor and all that. And all Microsoft as always. I don't like Microsoft. Again, I'm a hater. I am a certified hater. Microsoft bad, what they do? Are you familiar with Microsoft Bedrock Edition's shop? They monetized the heck and back, and then introduced a subscription service where you get access to a bunch of the items from the store temporarily. I think it's unethical as a business model. And even if it were ethical as a business model, it destroys the entire point of Minecraft originally. The point of Minecraft originally was that the entire game was a sandbox, even the game itself, very moddable, make your own texture packs, whatever. Microsoft Bedrock Edition completely destroys that in favor of being able to sell you the same things that you can make yourself on Java Edition. I don't like it. There's emotes. They sell emotes for Minecraft. They sell emotes, mini games, custom built locations, you know, custom built worlds. And it's user generated. So it's like the Roblox thing where the content is user generated and they sell it and take a cut. And again, on top of that, they have a subscription service where you get to why am I getting access denied? Yeah, see? Shopping. Stuff, man. I hate. And they do the thing where instead of actually spending money, you spend their magical currency, which you have to buy. And when you buy it, you can't buy the exact amount you need for something, so you have to buy more. And then they have a subscription service that you can subscribe to get all of it. But then when your subscription service runs out, then they don't have it anymore. I really hate it a lot. It was inevitable. It was always going to happen. When did Microsoft buy Minecraft? 2015. 2015? It was either 2015 or maybe it was 2014. It was either 2014 or 2015, I believe. Wow, back. 2014, I was right. I was right. 2014. You want to know how I remembered that? Because they shut down Minecon right after. No. Not Minecraft Live, Minecon. 2016 was the last one. No. Minecraft Java remained not untouched, but has had fewer of the things applied to it, has fewer problems. What they've done is they copied it and made Minecraft Bedrock Edition, which is what they put all the garbage on. And so they've promised that that they're always going to keep supporting Java for the rest of Minecraft Bedrock Edition's life. But, you know, Microsoft and their business promises have a pretty bad reputation. So eventually, and I expect some point soon, they're going to shut down Java and just continue supporting only Bedrock, because supporting two versions makes it too hard and makes it so they can't deliver the amount of content that would satisfy the end user or whatever. They'll come up with some stupid reason like that. That's my problem. It's very clear what's going to happen because it's happened a million times. And obviously, and so I don't have nearly as much of a problem with Java Edition. My biggest issue with Java Edition, hey Yuvo, thanks so much for the resub. My biggest problem with Java Edition is that it's like, okay, a lot of the new features are bloated, and I don't agree with the direction they've taken the game. But that's a game design criticism. That's not ethical. That's just taste-based, you know? That's, rational minds may differ. I still play the newest versions of Minecraft. I'm not like, oh, the old ones were better. I'm saying they could have made something even greater than it is currently, and they kind of didn't. But that's a rational minds may differ. I don't, and it's not like the end of the world. It's still quite good. And I'm still happy it succeeded. It's just, you know, I don't like appreciate the reset. 23 months is insane. That's just completely bonkers. How you been? Yeah, so Minecon was shut down in 2017. 2016 was the last Minecon, which, fun fact, I actually attended. I have a picture with Jeb and I have a Minecraft cape. I've actually had like 2 people. Why not Notch? I couldn't find him. I found Jeb just walking around the convention center. I'm joining the army? Wow. Interesting. Is there any specific reason? If you don't mind me asking. Hello, Yomi. How's it going? It's going pretty well. I've just been tired and real busy. That's why I haven't been streaming at all. I'm planning to come back more, though. Especially once things clear up a little bit over the summer. I'll be back. And, better than ever is a stretch. Probably, like, slightly better than previously. Okay, that's fair. I can respect that. So I've been doing my family tree and I'm related to a bunch of royal families, including the Byzantine emperors. That's sick. You know who I'm related to? You know the famous person who I'm related to? I have a famous person. Some true fans might already know the answer to this one. You wanna know? You wanna know? No, not Tito. John Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth. The guy who assassinated Abraham Lincoln. That's my famous relative. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Based W? What do you mean W? Much be related to Tina. That'd be so bad in today's Croatia. That'd be so bad in so many places, man. It'd be funny. What do you mean W? It probably explains why I like film so much and like the theater, but that's beside the point. Burger history. Abraham Lincoln was the guy who did the Emancipation Proclamation, you know, freed the slaves. And slaves, can't speak. Anyway, he was shot in the head in a theater by John Wilkes Booth, who I am related to. My family owned so many slaves. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Maybe that wasn't a W. Oh, you think? Maybe? Perhaps? Perchance? You think it's possible? America! Ah! Killed in the US by Indians? I believe that my mom's dad's mom was Cherokee. Maybe it was a little bit further up than that. I don't remember. I've looked into this a ton, but my extended family on my mom's side have done like an insane amount of family tree digging. It's pretty cool. They're a very family-oriented part of the family. You know, they do big family reunions, the whole thing. It's pretty interesting. I went to one of the family reunions last year. You know how it goes. American are like 6'4" and above for men and 5'11" and above for women. Well, that depends largely on what genealogy they come from. I'm like 6'2". My third great grandfather was actually knighted by the king in 1908 and was a self-made millionaire. Based. Yeah, a lot of my extended family was fairly poor. And they managed to kind of, you know, pull themselves up. Is what, 170, 187? Yeah, pretty much. 187. Started working in a cotton factory when he was 9. Sheesh. What's your favorite and least favorite chess piece? Favorite is probably this bishop. Or this bishop. The kingside bishop. And my least favorite? Probably queenside rook. Ooh, the queue's currently closed, even though I forgot to close it, because I have stuff I'm doing tomorrow. Just saying, I'm trying to think of something I could talk about. Let me check Facebook to make sure this is something that's been talked about publicly by my family. I'm pretty sure it has. I'm 90% sure. Okay, let me check. Okay, yeah, I could talk about it. My parents' nonprofit are doing a I'm just going to clear out the queue, don't worry. My parents' nonprofit are doing a camp, like a week-long camp for a bunch of kids with special needs from our community, and I'm volunteering, so I have to be awake and alive. It's been a very interesting experience. It's hard. Emotionally taxing. It's interesting. Yeah, we have a team of people from Arkansas who came over just for the week to help out with the camp. It's pretty sick. Yeah, I'm usually more involved in my parents' nonprofit with like bookkeeping and like solicitation licenses and whatnot. And so I don't normally interact with the kids as much. So it's been a unique experience for me. Anywho, yeah, I'm going to bounce. Who are we rating? I can rate somebody. Ah, it's good to be back. Oh, a ton of people I'm following are streaming. Yeah, I just have to check the Facebook page to make sure it's stuff we talk about publicly. Because the thing is, because, you know, I talk to my parents and everyone else involved in it so much about the nonprofit, even when I'm not, like, actively involved, I get things mixed up between what is public knowledge and what is not public knowledge, so I always have to check, because I'm very much liable to just start talking about stuff that really I shouldn't be. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world if I do, but... What are we doing? I'm gonna go raid this guy. Sorry, it's a little shorter today. But I told you, I'm getting back into it. Busy, busy, busy. And I probably should take a shower tonight as well. Anywho, good night, y'all. Appreciate you stopping by and appreciate the resub you do. Ciao. Night.